A single vote. That's all it took to unravel the trust in a process that had stood for years. A vote so controversial, it has left an entire community questioning the integrity of one of the league's most respected players. Alyssa Thomas, a veteran, a powerhouse, and a name you'd expect to be synonymous with professionalism. Yet, here we are, in the aftermath of the WNBA season, where one vote has dragged her into a storm of accusations and suspicion. This is not just about a decision. This is about integrity. About whether personal bias can cloud judgment in a league that prides itself on fairness. And right at the heart of it all is Alyssa Thomas. The vote she cast has shocked the WNBA to its core. But is this really just about a vote, or is there something deeper going on? Could this be a calculated move, a personal agenda that has brought the integrity of the entire league into question?
I mean, those situations like that, you think it's probably something personal, huh?
The WNBA Rookie of the Year award is the recognition of excellence that every rising star dreams of. Caitlin Clark seemed destined for it. No one was questioning whether she deserved it. Her stats were out of this world. She broke records that hadn't been touched in years, even by seasoned veterans. Clark didn't just play, she owned the court. Her presence was undeniable, her talent unmatched, and her performances made her a fan favorite from the start.
Blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists, breaking, like you said, the assist record. To be able to do that as a rookie in the face of that much defensive pressure, should have been unanimous.
Should have been.
So when the time came for the Rookie of the Year votes to be cast, it seemed like a done deal. Caitlin Clark, with her standout season, was on track to become just the 5th unanimous Rookie of the Year in WNBA history. That is, until Alyssa Thomas cast her vote. One single vote, one decision. Instead of Caitlin Clark being celebrated for her incredible season, that vote sent shockwaves through the league. Angel Reese, the player Thomas backed, is no slouch herself. But let's be clear, Reese didn't have the same kind of season Clark did. The numbers weren't even close. So why did Alyssa Thomas choose to cast her vote for Reese, knowing full well that Caitlin Clark was the obvious choice? The answer isn't simple. Was it personal bias? Was it an act of defiance? Or something more sinister? This wasn't just about voting for one player over another. This was a decision that ignited a debate about the integrity of the entire awards process in the WNBA. It left fans and analysts wondering if something far more troubling was at play. To understand why this vote became such a huge deal, we need to take a closer look at Alyssa Thomas. She's not just any player. She's a veteran, someone who's been through the highs and lows of the league. Over the years, Thomas has built a reputation for speaking her mind and standing up for what she believes in. She's been vocal on issues of race, fairness, and equality. But this time, her actions have put her in a completely different light.
We don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names. I mean, we already see what's happening in the world. Something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league checking.
When news broke that Alyssa Thomas was behind the controversial vote, people were quick to react. It wasn't long before accusations of corruption started flying. Some say Thomas's vote wasn't about recognizing talent at all. Instead, it was seen as a move to promote a different narrative, one that had more to do with race and less to do with basketball. Thomas has been accused of using her vote to fuel the ongoing narrative surrounding race in the WNBA. The idea that she voted for Angel Reese, a player of color, over Caitlin Clark, who is white, set off a firestorm of controversy.
In favor of Clark went to Angel Reese. The vote kept Clark from becoming the WNBA's 5th ever unanimous Rookie.
Who was the voter?
Fans and analysts alike started questioning whether Thomas's decision was motivated by a desire to stand by Reese for reasons that had nothing to do with basketball performance. But it's not just about race. Some believe that Thomas voted the way she did to make a statement. A statement that was personal, political, and had very little to do with the merit of Clark's season. Whether that's true or not, the fact remains this vote has raised serious questions about Alyssa Thomas's integrity. Was this really about talent, or was it something else? And if it was something else, what does that mean for the future of the WNBA? Let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She didn't just break records, she shattered them. As a rookie, she played with the kind of skill and confidence that players with years in the league only dream of. She wasn't just good, she was phenomenal. Every game was another opportunity for her to prove why she deserved the title of Rookie of the Year. But that one vote, cast by Alyssa Thomas, has now clouded her achievement. Instead of being celebrated for her incredible season, Clark finds herself at the center of a controversy she didn't create. Fans are outraged. Social media exploded with questions and accusations. How could someone watch Caitlin Clark's season and not give her their vote? It wasn't just a snub. It was seen as an attack. An attack on a player who had done everything right, who had earned every accolade. Now, instead of basking in her success, she's left with a rookie title that feels tainted. And it's all because of that one vote. This isn't the first time Alyssa Thomas has found herself at the center of a controversy. She's known for her outspoken views, particularly when it comes to race and fairness in the league. But this time, it feels different. This time, she's being accused of playing favorites, of using her vote to further her own agenda. Her critics argue that this isn't about talent, it's about pushing a narrative. But could it be that simple? Could Thomas, a veteran of the league, have made such a decision for personal reasons? Or was she genuinely trying to recognize Angel Reese's contributions, despite Clark's clear dominance? The truth may never be fully known. But what's clear is that this vote has left a stain on her reputation. Fans and analysts alike are questioning her motives, wondering if her decision was really about fairness or about something else entirely. The consequences of this vote go far beyond Alyssa Thomas and Caitlin Clark. This is now a league-wide issue. The integrity of the WNBA's voting system is being called into question. If one player can manipulate the process for personal reasons, how can fans trust that future awards will be given based on merit? The fallout has been immense. Analysts like Andrea Carter have called for transparency in the voting process, demanding that votes no longer be anonymous. This isn't just about one award, it's about the credibility of the league itself. If players are allowed to cast votes based on bias or personal agendas, then how can anyone trust the system? It's a scandal that has left the WNBA reeling. Fans are questioning the integrity of the entire awards process. Players are left wondering if their own performances will be judged fairly. And all of this because of one vote. At the end of the day, this controversy is bigger than just Alyssa Thomas or Caitlin Clark. It's about the very foundation of the WNBA, the belief that awards are given based on merit, on performance, on excellence. But now that belief has been shaken. Will the WNBA step in and make changes to ensure this never happens again? Or will this be a stain that follows the league for years to come? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this vote has left a mark on the WNBA that won't be easily erased. As fans, we all have a role to play in holding the league accountable. If you want to see more transparency, if you believe in fairness and integrity, then now is the time to speak up. Make your voice heard. And while you're here, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more stories that matter.